Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, it's going to be a fastest map ever match, sent to me by one of my patrons named Smash Stadts. He has his own YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description. Go check him out if you like fastest map, okay? Tell him that Falcon sent ya. Alright, so if you're not familiar with fastest map, you probably aren't watching my Sunday streams that I put here on YouTube every single Sunday. It is a live stream, and it's a lot of fastest map. Okay, so back in the day, somebody figured out you could stack mineral patches, right? And so they stacked mineral patches worth 50,000 minerals on top of each other. I think there's like maybe 10 or maybe 50 of these here, so mining this out will take, I want to say 16 hours or so at full saturation. Alright, so we have a 3v3 red versus blue as evidenced by the colors here. Let's go ahead and introduce these players. We've got Team 1. It is a Zerg player named Sabotage Squad. Down here, his teammate, it is Kim's Club. He's a Protoss. On the right side, we have Gayboy. He is a Pink Terran player. And then on Team 2, we are represented by the pink or magenta, I guess we'll call it, Protoss player, Bolaland. And then, oh, hang on. Who's who here? Dang it, this is Kim's Club top left. Or top right, and bottom left, it is Kill Me. Alright, that's what we're looking at here. Ah, the blues. They're both blue. They're both blue Protoss. Is that going to throw us off? I'd rather not go red versus blue here if we don't have to. But, anyway. So I'm casting this and putting it on the regular channel because Smash Stats is a patron of mine at the $10 a month level, which gives him the right to send me any replay he wants once a month, and I will cast it somewhere. I've been putting on Twitch in the past. This one I'm putting here on YouTube for reasons. Partially because I think it's going to be awesome, and partially because I really didn't get many patrons submissions this month for whatever reason. Anyway, are we... Yeah, so we're friendly doing this here. The shade of blue is hard to tell when it's that small on the probe's head. But this is his friendly Kim's Club. Maybe going to throw up a couple cannons behind this wall here for Gayboy just to defend against him going 3 command centers. I mean, he is getting his barracks up. The thing is, again, this is fastest map. So you can tech real fast. You can tech real fast, or you can go for huge macro plays, or you can go for super fast rushes. These are your options. You can do whatever you want. Just like a regular match of StarCraft Brood War. Coming down, scouting his enemy. Rip Mr. Lay. I don't know who Mr. Lay is, or Lai. I'm going to go with Lay. I think that's what that is. It feels like a teacher's name for some reason. I don't know. Kill Me's coming over, and he's got some interesting attempts to maybe get through this wall, but not going to happen. Oh, hang on. Little squishy Marine tries to buy the time. The Zealots make the run by. That's not a wall. Oh, no. I think every Terran and Protoss player has had that moment where they thought something was a wall, and it's not a wall. So, the Zealots are going to town. Gayboy's here at 19 SCVs. He's going to lose a couple when all is said and done. That said, wow. That was some pretty good SCV stacking. Take that Zealot down. Okay, so still at 20. Never mind. That went exceptionally well. Meanwhile, these Zealots were going to try to help, but then they realized, okay, there's 3 cannons up now. And there's 2 Marines, and alright, fine, that's not happening. Let's go after Sabotage Squad. He's probably greedy and doesn't have much defense, right? The answer is, he's got 3 Sunkens. He literally has no other units, though. So Sabotage Squad might be just dead here. Sunkens do not last very long against this many Zealots. The drones probably have to fight, I would say, in this situation. Yeah, 3 Zealots against a Sunken is not fair. Although, another Sunken pops, and we've got more creep colonies on the way. He decides to go after the lair, which is not the guaranteed damage. I don't recommend going for non-guaranteed damage. Because look, he's going to do a ton of damage to this thing, but he's not going... Wait! No! 188, 88 HP. Did he... Oh, these enemy... Yeah, these are enemy... creep colonies getting tossed up by Rip Mr. Leahy. Come on, man. Really? If you'd started these sooner, they probably would be done. But you can't show up late to this party and then toss down creep colonies and expect not to lose them. Okay, so that's a guaranteed damage situation. All right? This is something Day 9 taught me a long time ago. Ooh, got 500 extra HP by upgrading to a lair. Nice. Day 9 said, the concept of guaranteed damage is thusly, if you are attacking an enemy's base, especially, go after the workers. Go after the small things that you can get guaranteed damage on. Killing workers is guaranteed. Going after the nexus, going after the hatchery is not guaranteed. If you spend all your time at an enemy base doing damage, but you don't kill anything, it's not worth your time. That said, if you've injured the hatchery enough to the point that maybe your next round of like 10 zealots comes in and finishes it off, that is so many sunkens though. I really don't think this is going to work. Hold on. 2. 179. So Bowman has thrown away approximately, I don't know, 15, 16 zealots on trying to kill this thing and has not done it. If he had just killed drones instead, he'd be in a much better position. He gambled and lost, is what it comes down to. So traditionally, fastest map comes down to drops, right? That's the other thing. If you can drop your opponent's base, storm drop them, maybe lurker drop them with some dark swarm, maybe hydras. If you're Terran, drop some tanks over here, focus fire on this group of million probes, so many probes I can't even select them all with one 12 grouping there. Then that's how you win. You don't necessarily win these things if they go long enough by bashing your head against somebody's wall, right? By coming in the front door over and over again, because they have the defender's advantage. They can build stuff and repel you over and over again. And they can build stuff faster to get this location than your guys can get to this location because they're on the other side of the map. So we've just seen this. We've seen this done over and over again, where if you want to win this thing, you got to go for drops. That's why a lot of Protoss players will just open with Reaver drop or Storm drop, while a lot of Zerg players will go for Hydra Lurker, get drops on their Overlords, and why Terrans will go for siege tanks and dropships. It's because that is how you want to win this thing. If you can hurt the economy of your opponent, it doesn't matter how many gateways they have or how many hatcheries they have. They can't build stuff if they don't have any money. It's how this works. Gateway's at 114 SCVs. So I'm gonna spoil something for you here, which you probably already figured out. I've cast a couple of Gateway games already on this Sunday stream, and he's done this. This is something that he has done. He's an amazingly good player, but he chooses to kind of mess around with this mass SCV thing more often than not, from what I've seen, where he has the ability to stack SCVs in a way that they are doing tons of damage to a single target. And if he shows up with a lot of SCVs, then suddenly you kind of hate your life. It's surprisingly. You think you can handle it, but then the stacking technique that he has is incredible. I had somebody on the Sunday stream suggest it was a hack, that he's using some third-party software or something to do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, but check this out. What are you going to do when the SCVs roll up on you? You're like, this is what? This is just, these are SCVs. Why do I care about SCVs? The answer is because, did you see how fast that hatch died? Did you see? Look at him just focusing down these extractors. And sure, a lot of SCVs are dying, but you know how many showed up here? Like 100. You remember that? 114 SCVs. Watch this lair die. Watch it. Watch it die. They're better than zealots! The ability to stack on top of each other and have a lot of damage coming from a single point is incredibly good. Look how stupidly good this is. So Rip Mr. Lay's like, what is happening here, first of all? I'm at 16 total supply. Oh, so many SCVs have died here. We're down to 79, though. We're just continuing to send them across because why not at this stage? It looks like the SCV attack is going to get cleaned up, but not after doing a ton of damage to Mr. Leahy here. Now, here's the thing. It's just a flex, right? What it comes down to is, I think Gay Boy here is good enough to where if he just went for like a big marine push with medic support, he could have done the same thing. and maybe even more. Maybe could have finished off Mr. Leahy entirely and just wiped him from the face of the earth. But instead, it's a little bit more demoralizing to just have 114 SCVs show up and kill most of your stuff, right? It's just like, it's a what? It's a WTF factor that is brutal. And Kim's Club's like, you know what we're doing now? We're Reaver dropping these fools with 4 Reavers. Guess what, though? Dragoons are in the house. So that should be enough to shut this down. After, ooh, good hit. I mean, Mr. Leahy's down to 14 drones. Losing 5 is a pretty big subsample of his worker count. And we're just gonna wander up here, Mr. Kill Me, into Sabotage Squad's base and try to do this. Maybe we can actually get the Hive. The Hive gaining even more HP as it's being built. We got detection, we've got Dragoons. Guess what's not good against Dragoons with detection? It is DOS Lurkers. Not gonna have a good time with that, friends. So, lings. Everybody dies. Hatcheries getting murdered here as well. And yeah, I mean, in general, Sunken Lurker is good against a lot of things. It's not good against Dragoons. Look at him going after the Hive, too. I think they're going to get it. There's too much damage output here. They've got the +1 attack. And the Hive, the main base, finally goes down for Sabotage Squad. After several attempts to kill it earlier by enemy Protoss forces, they did it. By golly, they finished it. And it is over now. The war is done. Sabotage Squad might just be dead. Nobody seems to be helping him at all, which is a problem. Kim's Club's wandering over with some slow zealots. I feel like these should be fast. These really should be fast play. But alright. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Mr. Leahy and Sabotage Squad are basically dead. The 2 Zergs, right? That's the thing about fastest map. If you're playing Zerg, you're handicapped. You just are. Is that fair to say? I don't know. But I believe it's true. It's just, it's so much harder for you to play defense than it is for these other races. Look at this Reaver drop from Kim's Club against Boland. Just wrecking his robotics facilities. Taking down his ability to produce anything. Observers, obviously. Reavers to counter the Reavers. And that's it. I mean, this Zerg player is dead. This is just all of the Dragoons in the world out of Kill Me. He's not been killed despite the request that he's made for people to kill him. And yeah, this is where we get big time shots on Boland's worker count. Do you see how there are 62 probes here? That's not going to continue unless the Reavers decide to waste their time on killing cannons and stuff. Which, sure, it kind of seems like they are. Whoa, Siege Tank. This is the Game Boy transition into Siege Tanks. And or can we reach the probes is the larger question here. I don't know. I feel like these Reavers, okay, they could still do stuff. They can still accomplish things. Probe count at 46. Okay, so there has been some splash damage on these. DT's defending the tanks pretty effectively. And the Reavers a little bit asleep on the job there. I'm not entirely sure what that was. They're going to win this. Just barely, though. It's 2 Reavers. And a hit, just like, honestly, scooching up. He's just A-moving with these. He's not even target firing at all. Zealots wandering. They know there are DTs here. Do we have observers? Anybody? Sabotage Squad wanders in with an observer in the form of an Overlord and does manage to help. Wait, who are we helping here? You're not helping Kill Me with that, that's for sure. Okay, so the Reaver goes down. I don't think it ever got a shot off on these probes. There are 53 probes. There were 62. That's not enough. You didn't kill enough. A little bit lazy, I think. Interesting to say. Boland maybe trying to set up a home away from home down here just in case things get bad. He's going to throw up a Nexus would be my guess. He's already got one down here to the south. A-moving your Dragoons into 1,000,000 siege tanks is not how I'd recommend playing fastest map. Yeah, all the Dragoons die. All right, so this... this has been a bloodbath. A bloodbath of a fastest map without question. Poor Sabotage Squad is 34 APM. Rip Mr. Leahy here at 37. There's just not a lot for them to do while they're trying to rebuild their homes. Sabotage Squad doesn't have anything left. I mean, I guess if you just want to take down their main Nexus, that's also fine. DTs! Oh, the DTs save the main Nexus. Wait, the Dragoons wandering up. And we're good. We're defending here. Oh. So let's see. Both players have a Zerg player that's dead, or both teams have a Zerg player that's dead right now. And Gay Boy's at 200 total supply. He's got a huge bank. This is what I'm talking about. You're just outclassing. We're outclassing the opponent. It is a 2v2. Supplies are 200 and 193 for Kim's Club and Gay Boy. It's 190 and 99 and 99 for the other team. So they do have about the same amount of supply for those three compared to the two. Sabotage Squad tried to set up down here. Tragically, that's not going to be allowed to happen. You're not allowed to set up down here. Alright, fantastic. And Gay Boy is back. Is he? Okay, here's the thing. You know what's ruined your attempts to win this the last couple times have been DTs. Did you bring detection with you? Yes, there's a science vessel. Thank all that is holy. DTs are good, but they really shouldn't be consistently good throughout a game if that's really all you're doing. Kim's Club wanders over. Do we need to do anything with this? We've got it under control. Main Nexus sniped. Gay Boy has this taken care of. Kim's Club going to wander down and make sure that Rip Mr. Leahy never has another happy moment again. That just takes all of his joy. We're going to unload right on top of these lurkers because we don't care. Because we have all of the Reavers that Ire has ever produced. Oh my gosh, no. No. So Rip Mr. Leahy is down to 23 drones. I'm honestly shocked he has that many, but I guess they're over here is where they'd be. Alright, so we did clear out the siege tanks. Mr. Gay Boy's army gets wiped out, but Boland is down to 26 probes. I don't know where those are. Where does he have 26 probes? There's 4 here, 5 there. I guess most of them are down here in his home away from home because he knew this was going to happen. Yeah, Protoss players at a high level are used to rebuilding elsewhere when Terran has destroyed everything they have. The Reavers still... Oh, the Reavers are still on parade. Still on parade, the Reavers are. This has been a pretty scraptastic fastest map. This has not been multiple teams moving against each other. This has been a lot of dropping. There has definitely been some coming in through the front door. And somehow Rip Mr. Leahy has enough resources to build a ton of Hydralisks. That's incredible stuff. The problem is that killing Gay Boy here is just not going to happen. He's basically maxed out. He has a bank twice the size of anybody else's at the moment. And he has a million 2-2 siege tanks. It's just not... Look at this. Kim's Club wandering past. La, 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 la. I know you're down here because we scouted you and you don't have anything to defend. This is the song of Boland's death. Is he even going to bother unloading here? Is he just... Yeah, he is. Run! Remember what I said about this not getting broken? This did not get broken. Rip Mr. Leahy is a trooper. Honestly, he's a trooper. If I had that many Reavers show up at my base, I'd probably just rage quit. You know, Zealots are not bad against Reavers because they can take a hit and keep ticking. Probes made a transfer all the way across the map before these guys got across the map. That was incredible. I mean, that is just some lucky timing for sure. Boland is in the top left base as well. And yeah, Rip Mr. Leahy is just the saddest Zerg at this point. I mean, Sabotage Squad is dead. Wait, did we not kill this? I feel like this should be dead. Yeah. It's the Hydra versus... Okay, Hydra and Storm. But the Hydras are gone. The Protoss is doing better against this mech than the Zerg is, which is generally how it works. As Terran struggles mightily with mech. Protoss is better against it, maybe because they're better equipped against it, but also maybe because they play against it every time they play against a Terran, right? There's a lot of familiarity there. Check out Kilme's base. That is some pretty darn good Sim City, if you ask me. Not bad. So, Kill Me maxed out. I believe, as we've mentioned previously. Rip Mr. Leahy is done. Sabotage Squad is done, too. Kim's Club. What happened to Kim's Club? Why are... Oh, no, you're fine. Who was I? I was looking at something else. Kim's Club is great. There's 68 workers. You don't need a billion workers, honestly. Kim's Club has a nice bank regardless. And the more workers you have, obviously, the smaller your army can be. Kill Me is working on carriers. Ooh, a carrier transition. Against someone who's making a ton of siege tanks is not bad. That said, we're also making a ton of Goliaths. Yes, there are a substantial number of Goliaths here. Yes, Goliath tank should be just fine. Mr. Leahy's at 2 drones. Mr. Leahy is at 800 minerals, so can rebuild somewhat if there was a place to rebuild. And the answer is... kind of. He's got some lurkers down here. Also is building a hatch down here to the south where Boland is, which again, this didn't get finished off. I wonder if DT's helped to defend it. I don't actually know. Boland is playing Cockroach right now. He's still alive at his main base. He's alive to the south. He's alive to the top left. I feel like he's been killed a few times already. Drop attempt. And no connections here on Kill Me. Kill Me's at 54 probes. I don't know if that indicates there's a drop that I missed, but that drop did absolutely 0 things. Sabotage Squad has a base up here too. That's what I kept seeing. There's a hatch and some drones. Trying to, again, be Cockroach. Defensive Reavers going to take down these Goliaths no problem. And honestly, especially with the Arbiter support. Oh, hang on. There's a science vessel. EMP. Boom. EMP hit. Very beautifully done. More siege tanks are arriving. DT is trying to do what they can, but again, science vessel, extremely important to the play here. Arbiter, I mean, maybe whatever. This is enough Reavers to just kind of wipe this particular Terran force out. I do not recommend Reavers against Terran in general. It doesn't seem to work out very much. Again, because tanks outrange Reavers by about 1 billion. Mr. Leahy, Rip Mr. Leahy, I apologize, is super duper long distance mining here. You could throw up a hatch. There we go. I'm going to toss up a hatch a little bit closer to those mineral patches. We're back at Boland. It's not even a drop. This is a walk into your front door and kill all of your probes play. Boland is down to 60 probes. He must have lost at least 20 there. He had a lot of probes going for him considering all the bad stuff that's been happening thus far. So we're going to try to Arbiter drop Gay Boy here. It feels like Kill Me and Gay Boy are the 2 best players on the map. I'm not saying everybody else sucks. I'm just saying they are the best. Yeah, the hallucinated Arbiters are doing their jobs. Here comes the recall, and here comes the Reaver drop of Doom. Okay, this is working out pretty well, I gotta say. Gay Boy ends up getting dropped down to 17 SCVs, and perhaps, yes, more than that. He's building them as fast as he can, but losing them pretty quickly too. That is a very impressive drop. Is he going to stasis something? Doesn't have the energy for it, but just killing command centers is pretty fantastic. Gay Boy's down to 16 SCVs, but guess what? He has a bank of 35,000 minerals and 9,600 gas. That's pretty good. You don't really need an economy if that's your bank. I mean, sure, long term, you probably do. But otherwise, man, if he brought some detection in to kill the science vessel, this would go a lot better for his cloaked units. EMP tossed down. I don't think the Arbiter had much energy to do anything at all anyway. And finally, this drop gets cleaned up after a long time, and Gay Boy is down to 12 SCVs. Also, there's random DTs in here from Boland. Just getting some revenge, killing some stuff. Meanwhile, Boland's original main base is still alive. Being left alive, I think, through pity? I don't know. Maybe. It looks like it's to be dead now, though. The Dragoons of Kim's Club, who are sitting on +2 attack and no armor or shield upgrades, are doing just fine for themselves. The mech's at 3-3 for Gay Boy. We're looking at the Dragoons for Kim's Club at 3-3-3. Upgrade advantage against the enemy Protoss that is still around. And honestly, look, it takes an exceptionally good Zerg player to still be alive and be maxed out at 24 minutes in the fastest map, especially in a team game scenario. So the fact that there are no Zergs kicking butt right now is not surprising to me at all. And look at this. Kill Me's going to try to save Boland's 12 o'clock through sheer upgrades and through sheer gumption. Again, the upgrades are fantastically better. Seriously, 3 shield and 3 armor upgrades versus, okay, it's 1-1. It used to be 0-0 out of Kim's Club. Kim's Club has decided I'm not going to fight these Dragoons. They are too scary, but perhaps with my attack upgrades, I can kill the buildings fast. Just kidding. Whoa. We decided to go after the Dragoons. It didn't work out super well for us. We're going to drop again. We're going to drop right up here on Kim's Club. And by drop, I mean recall. Hey, which one of these is real? Is the question of the day. Reavers drop it in the house. Kim's Club leaves the game after this. I mean, sort of fair, I guess. Kim's Club was knocked down to 0 probes. Wait. Whatever. Effectively 0 because didn't have home away from home. So suddenly what this has turned into is this is Gay Boy working by himself against Boland and Kill Me and a 60 supply Mr. Leahy. He's outgunned for sure. I mean, we're assuming Gay Boy is a he because the name is Boy. Oh boy, we're gonna get in trouble here. Anyway, gonna try it again. This has worked out pretty well thus far. Okay, not this time though. The real Arbiter dies, the hallucinations show up, stand around aimlessly firing useless shots at enemies down below. Still have to take it seriously, though. Gotta worry about it. Remember how Gay Boy was down to like 13 SCVs? He's back up to 51. That's just how good his macro is, and that's how many command centers he has, and he's rebuilding command centers to replace the ones that died. Boland is at 200 supply. The fact that Boland is at 200 supply is mind-boggling to me. It's all Zealots, which I kind of love against this tank Goliath thing. Like, check this action out. Do the Zealots have upgrades? They're at 1-1-1. It's not ideal. Are we going to drop on this? Oh! I think we recalled a lot and it all died instantly, but maybe some tanks died with it. It's hard to say. Zealots getting that surround, though, and yeah, look at this. Just wiping out Gay Boy's army. Knocking him back. I keep saying knocking him back, but everything that dies gets immediately replaced because, again, his macro is insanely good. Like, stupidly good. So, we might have reached the point of the game where it's a 3v1. Gay Boy's probably the best player in here, but is he good enough to hold off against 3 enemies? And the answer is, maybe. I mean, the siege tanks are a problem. I'm not going to argue against that. Siege tanks are a problem for all of the Protoss and all of the Zerg. Siege tank, en masse, just might be the hardest thing to deal with in all of StarCraft. I mean, I know you're going to say, yeah, but Mutalisks and carriers and stuff. Yes, fine. You can totally beat them with things that can fly. But I'm just saying, ground to ground, even air to air, these things are just, the range and the splash damage is, and just the base damage is insanely good. So Rip Mr. Leahy is, what's he working on? He's droning up. He's up to 47 workers right now. I feel like I might have missed an attack. No, there was an attack earlier with the tanks that ruined him. Fair enough. Dark Argus Talisman on the way. Are we trying to get a 400 supply army? I feel like that's the play here. Boland's home away from home. The 6 o'clock base is getting overrun by siege tanks. The DTs are doing fine. There's only one of them, though. I thought we had more than that. This is one DT is just hacking away. And then the science vessel shows up. DT dies without even a death sound. I think that was. And Boland decides he's going to try to go front here with Gay Boy. But guess what? This is a ginormous army. I mean, he did not leave his home undefended, is what I'm trying to say here. Remember what I said about Reavers versus tanks? Not my favorite. Because they kind of wander into range and get obliterated. Same thing with Hydras, right? We're just wandering into siege tank range and dying. So maybe don't do that. Maybe that carrier play that you were going with is not a bad idea. Or I mean, whatever. We're just building arbiters, which is cool. I'm not going to complain again about building arbiters. Can you get back in here? Probably. There's a single line of missile turrets defending the 12 o'clock. I bet you could sneak in, get a drop down, and kill all these SCVs again. Game Boy's bank is down to 10,000. It was at 30,000 plus at some point. That's how impressive this has been. Bolin is making more DTs. He's like, you know what? If there's no detection, the DTs can totally save me. And there have been a few times today there's been no detection. Crikey, this is a 30-minute game. Yeah, DTs, no. See there's detection? Not working out. I'd love to see Rip Mr. Leahy get some stuff done. He's trying to set up... Oh, wait. He's trying to set up in the bottom right, but guess you found him a million siege tanks. And by that, I mean 10. 10 siege tanks feels like a million sometimes. So, Game Boy's been focusing on the weaker enemies of the other team right now. Really trying to wipe out Boland and Rip Mr. Leahy, so it can be a Game Boy versus Kill Me 1v1 PVT fastest map throwdown. 333 Zealots with speed, man. Do not mess around with those guys. They generally do pretty well for themselves. Oh, friendly fire attack. Yeah, I think another drop would do well here against Game Boy. His bank is not what it used to be. Consistently producing out of this many factories is expensive. I keep thinking this is some kind of attack, but Bolin just has a probe down here for insurance, I guess. I don't know what it is. Rip Mr. Leahy sitting here at 5,000 resources. Dude, build a tech structure. What's he doing? Smash, if you're watching this, what on earth is Mr. Leahy doing here? Why is he not building tech structures? You can't resource trade. Like, build a spire. Do something. Sitting here on 5,000 minerals and 1,300 gas, and he doesn't have an army. He's got, like, 5 lurkers is all he has right now. This might be what I wanted. This might be Kill Me acquiescing to my request from earlier to actually get a drop down on Game Boy. Again, single line of missile turrets is not generally enough. Oh, hold on. Hold on. The science vessels, they caught wind of... Oh, did they? I don't think they did. They could have EMP'd this, made this a lot easier. Okay, that is brutal. That is brutal stuff. Game Boy down to 48 SCVs. Siege tanks are getting wiped out. Like a hit right here would be incredible. Missile turrets getting wiped out, so future drops. Ooh, future drops are easier, I guess. Oh, big evaporation. 36 SCVs. Another command center down. Another group of SCVs down. Maybe another. Oh, right there. Right there. Hit. And they did. Another command center down. So Game Boy down to 23 SCVs. He lost 2 or 3 command centers there. And he's not going to have the income he needs to keep up with his production for a little bit here. So we're going to see the bank drop. Do you see that? Yes, we see how that's happening. This is a tall order. This is a tall order now for Game Boy to win this game. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see at the end of the day. He's going after Boland again, man. I mean, Mr. Leahy is at least spending his money on this. He's making Hydras. I just... I don't know. I mean, if you go... Mass Muta might be awesome here, assuming you can just come in and, like, pre-split because you're going to get irradiated. But if you could do that, absorb the irradiates, and then maybe go after the Goliaths, maybe you'll have enough to deal with the tanks. It's hard to say. But Boland, I mean, if you didn't know any better, you think Boland started in the top left. He did not. He started at the 12 o'clock position. So Zealots are here. There's a Dark Archon here. Mind control is being researched here at 34 minutes. Got another recall in, I guess. I mean, it's fine. If you're going to recall, you really need to recall to a point that you're going to harm the economy of the Terran. Just doing assorted damage to missile turrets and supply depots and stuff is really not going to do it. Yeah, Game Boy's down to 5,000 bank now. Boland heading down to the south. I don't know... Oh, he's got his own drone. He has his own drone. He's going to start building his own Zerg army here. Yeah, because you can just mind control a teammate's unit and get your army going that way. All right. Okay. Yeah, there it is. There's the mind control. Yes, this is a good fastest map. Again, check out Smash Stats on YouTube. This is his name right here. Smash Stats. S-T-A-D-T-S. He didn't have a lot of room to put the A and E next to each other, but that's how you read it. S-T-A-D-T-S. Check him out. I think this is it. I don't think Game Boy can pull this thing out. It's 162 supply for him, but it's 100, 200, and 167 for Team North. Soon to be Boland rolling with a larger than 200 supply army. It's too much. It is all too much here. Mech is good, but Mech can only overcome so much. Mech is going to be amazing in an even fight, right? A 200 versus 200 supply fight. But if it's a 160 versus a 300, 470 supply fight, not going to work out super well. Again, I really don't support attacking the front of a Terran who has 1 billion siege tanks. Maybe it's distractions because we're definitely trying for this one again. Kilme's had some incredible success recalling on top of the economy of Gay Boy. It's 56 SCVs. Oh, here comes the EMP. Here. Oh, did they get it? No, they didn't. Wait, what? Ah, the Arbiter gets EMP'd, and that does get shut down. Science vessels are the way to shut that down, boys and girls. The problem is you have to see it coming. Obviously, you can't get surprised by it, but if you can see the Arbiter coming and EMP it before it gets to this area, then you can make it turn around or kill it, because it won't have enough energy to recall, and that's the whole point. Apparently, Sabotage Squad is alive. He's been up here for some time. I don't know why Gay Boy is attacking this stuff. I guess he's just making space is all he's working on. Okay, so greater real estate is the play. Yeah, this has been such an incredible match. I don't think this one's going to work. Do we think this one's going to work? Recall! Yeah, he recalls before the EMPs can hit, and everybody dies to tanks. So, sneaking. It's all about sneaking with the Arbiters. K-Boy's bank is down to 1,400 minerals. It's not good. That is not a good bank to have. Boland's at, is that 11,000, 7,000 for Kill Me. Rip Mr. Leahy. Still just working on some Hydras, I guess. I feel like if he was a stronger Zerg player, this would go a little bit better, but... you know. We gonna try it again? Not sure what Kill Me is doing up here necessarily, but yeah, we've got our own Zerg army for Boland down here. Setting up in the middle. Kill Me is maxed out. Boland is maxed out. Gay Boy's at 178, which normally would be pretty good, but he's in a 2-to-1 situation right now. It's not looking good. I'm not sure he can move out, is the problem. Are we seriously going to do this? Okay. Recalls in to effectively finish off what's left of Sabotage Squad, as well as some of the buildings of Kim's Club. But Kim's Club left a while ago, right? So, and that's it. Gay Boy leaves the game. No GG from him. Did he see another drop coming? He might have seen the writing on the wall with another drop. And that's it. That is your 38-minute StarCraft Brood War 4K remastered fastest map replay. Holy smokes, Boland, Kill Me, and Rip Mr. Leahy are your champions. Again, Boland's ability to come back from the dead is Phoenix-like. He rose from the ashes, what it feels like about 100 times. What an absolutely beautiful fastest map match. We had the drops. We had a SCV rush that basically crippled Mr. Leahy for the rest of the game. He never quite recovered from that. I mean, he also got Reaver dropped into oblivion by Kim's Club, so understandably so. But Kill Me, MVP of the match, 100%, just able to macro his face off for 38 minutes, which is incredibly exhausting. If you've ever played a match for 38 minutes, you know how tiring it is. Fastest map, you're constantly building. You're constantly trying to drop. You're constantly watching yourself and your allies. It is definitely exhausting. Kill Me is building... Hold up. Kill Me is building 15... Is that... What? Does that count as... Oh, hallucinated. Forgot about this. Hallucinated units show up on the production tab. It's a weird thing. So he's not producing 15 arbiters at a time. He just has 15 arbiters that are hallucinated. Incredible stuff. Really fun. Yeah, if Mr. Leahy had played a little bit harder, maybe gotten more of an army up, maybe gone for a drop of his own or two, got some Guardians out, that could have been pretty fantastic. The Guardians on this map are amazing. Most fastest maps, they're amazing because they can sit over here and really just shell the other side of this gap, and it's hard for ground units to deal with that, right? They hate it. They hate that stuff. All right. Well, yeah, that was incredible. I guess we could check out the final score. We're going to see some numbers in the millions here. Valiant effort from our Terran player, Gay Boy. He actually wins the day with 626,000 points, which makes sense. Kill Me at 602, 356 for Boland, the Phoenix, 288 for Kim's Club, 130 for Mr. Leahy, and 57,000 for Sabotage Squad, who just had a rough day altogether and might have been a bit of a new player. Sometimes that's what happens in random fastest map matches. It happens. He also had the biggest APM. Not that APM is always an indication of who the best player is, but it helps to be able to play faster. Outproduced everybody, outkilled everybody, outlost everybody, which just means the macro was through the roof insane. And resources here too. Out gas mined everyone, out minerals mined everyone, and out total spent everyone. Kill Me here did that. Yeah, so Kill Me, better resources. Again, because he never, I don't think he ever got dropped. He might have gotten dropped once, but again, it didn't cripple him because there was never a time I checked his worker count and it was, you know, anything lower than 60, I feel like, or maybe 50. So doing fine. Great game. Great fastest map. So hope you enjoyed your bonus cast for the week. I don't normally post on Wednesdays, you've noticed, but I had to get this out, and it's here. So thank you again for sending it in. Smash Stats. Check them out on YouTube. Search Smash Stats. And that's going to be it from me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered in 4K. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.